Let's take a look at what went well and what didn't go so well with the project Sunday Morning Brunch, now with Canva. What I like about it is I seem to have created a good balance between white space, images, and text. My headings are a little more interesting than they were when I first started this, and I like that I figured out these clickable links. Let's go to lesson 1. So you can see a nice balance of white space, text, and images. That makes it much more likely that someone who comes upon this blog will want to make it all the way through all 4 clickable blogs. And I like that through my red flag testing, I was able to figure out that some people don't know to click on links here. And so it's good to have more options for them. And I changed all of my images so that they're clickable links that will take you to where the picture originated. And I like that. My red flag testing was done with my husband, and he went through the blog before I turned it in so that I could change things to make it easier for him to use. What I don't like about this, what I don't like about my project, is that I should have done the entire thing, well, I should have done the text in 6-frame comics. And you can see from this one right here, that would have fit very well into 6 frames of a comic. And that would allow me to show how useful it is, more than housing the whole thing in a blog post and just having regular text. Tell you, the things that took me longer than I expected, if we go to lesson 2, is the assessments. So I created the assessment first in, let's see, quick rubrics, and I didn't like it. And so then I went to another website that was free and created more assessments. And I mean, I created all 3 assessments for each one of these, and I still didn't like it. So I created it in VoiceThread. So now I had 9 assessments that I created. That took me way longer than I expected. I liked the one that was in WordPress best, but I also wanted to use as many applications as possible. And so I left it as the VoiceThread assessment. In the end, it didn't matter because nobody participated in the assessment anyway. Let's see, next on my list. What changes would you make? Should you design this for your colleagues? If I were to design this for my colleagues, I would definitely go back and take all of this text and put it in a Canva comic. And let's see, I've created one right here for robots. I was a little worried that here I had created this Learn to Do Canva because it's very versatile and everybody can use it, but it almost always involves text in these little bubbles at the very least. And working with kindergartners learning robots, I didn't really see how that would fit, so it seemed counterintuitive. However, I have put together this where the girls can just choose whatever robots they like to put into their comic strip, and then they can talk me through it without ever having to put any text in it at all. So I did work through that, and I think that that would work for my little kindergartners. Now the next question is, how close did you come to meeting the requirements? I printed off a 2-page sheet of requirements from the rubric. And I went through and made them all check boxes. So I ended up with a punch list, and I went through it and made sure that I hit every single requirement. So in my mind, I've hit all of these requirements. In reality, did I hit all the requirements? Only Dr. Duggan will be able to tell me that. This has been a very fun project, very fun assignment. And one of the surprising aspects was that I found that Gantt charts are very useful and that I can use them and make them less confusing than had been my experience in the past with them. So overall, it was a very good project, very good experience, and I learned more than I thought that I would. Thank you.